One of the biggest goals for Rocket League players is to reach Grand Champion. And in all reality, the gap that separates players in like Diamond and Champ from that Grand Champ goal is honestly not that big. The biggest thing separating Diamonds and Champs from Grand Champ is just how they utilize the information available to them on the field. So in today's video, we'll be discussing how you can take in the information available to you so you can start playing like the Grand Champ you want to be. And then your teammate also says they don't like control either and they're going to boom the ball, but this one's actually going to work out. I don't know what the blue team's defense is doing right now, but it's not defending very well. One small thing here, and this is like the tiniest of tiny things because your teammate's scoring anyway, you start to turn the right way, but then all of a sudden, like right around here, even though there's no threat on the ball from anyone on this team, you turn back towards net. Yeah, this one kind of all comes down to just general awareness then. So if you take it back, like at this point, when I see this boom, my eyes immediately are going down here. Because I need to know, can this guy cut this play off? But yeah, my eyes are no longer looking at the ball at this moment because the ball is not doing anything special. It's just going to fly through the air. I agree, like, we're not going to turn full yet, but as soon as I see Joel's there start to point his card down like this, that's my cue that no one on this team can touch the ball. And as soon as I see that, I know I'm good to turn. So what I would probably recommend in this position is instead of turning immediately, so you land... I don't think you need to go back as fast as you're going because your teammate has a very clear touch on this ball. So you can probably drive a little bit slower here without using a lot of boost or the flip just to, you know, not get as far back. But as this touch comes out, I'm probably just continuing to drive back this way. You know, nice and slow like until I see what happens. And then as soon as I have clear indication that this is not going to be for them, I'm immediately turning upfield. And as you can see, at the moment that I would have been able to decide that I'm going to turn being in this area, you're still all the way back there facing back towards your corner. Which means it's just a little bit slower of a turnaround. Luckily, it doesn't matter because your teammate scores, but we always want to be as efficient with our movement as we can be in any given situation, depending on what's going on in the play. Right here. This is unfortunate. Okay. Why do you want to jump for this? Like, what is your plan with this ball?
I thought it was a passing opportunity, but I guess it was not. So to be honest, I just completely whiffed.
That's fair. So what I'm seeing here, right? My teammates just dove forward. He gets the demo. Fantastic. Landing up here. I'm now like, okay, you're out of the play. I'm not really doing anything with you because even if you land, like, unless I get the perfect bang forward and then you like jump up and redirect it, like nothing's really happening if I go for anything with my teammate here. The other thing I'm seeing is immediately when this guy's out of the play, I'm eyeing this guy because this is the player that's going to tell me, do I need to go fast or do I have time? If I see them go back, there is no shot I am jumping for this ball. Absolutely no chance. So I'm just watching them. And right now, I'm seeing they're flipping away. They're flipping back downfield, which immediately to me says I have no reason to boom this ball. Because if I jump up to this and like any kind of aerial where I don't maintain control and I just like hit it off this wall, all this player is going to do is they're going to go back, they're going to grab this boost, they're going to turn, and they're going to have a free ball to play because our teammate's going this way. So I'm just going to sit on the ground, not do anything until the ball lands, and I'm just going to catch it. Because there is absolutely no pressure on me from the other team, so I have no reason to do anything quickly. Absolutely no reason to try anything like this, just because I think I see the idea. Like you're hoping, okay, if I put the ball that way, maybe my teammate can turn on it. The problem with that is if they are autopiloting this way, and you just drop the ball here, again, a player coming off respawn can come through to pressure it. This player could turn to pressure it. It's just unnecessary to drop the ball into open space when you could just maintain control. Okay, so we're going to talk about this whole little sequence here, because it doesn't look like anything's going on, but there's actually a couple things that we could do a lot better here. So number one, you land. This is, again, awareness. Immediately, I land, no sign of the opponents. Absolutely no sign of them. So, teammate has the ball for free. There is absolutely no reason I need to rush back to net here. I can just land, drive normally, and just, drive leisurely back towards the net. That way, I'm not getting back here too early, because then, as teammate takes control of this ball, if he gets blocked or something by an opponent coming through, I can just carry on my momentum to get to wherever it is I need to make a play. If I get back early and then stop here, now teammate's going to take control. If he gets blocked, I have to go from a dead stop to try to go challenge the ball, meaning I have to use more boost, and it's going to take me a bit longer to actually get to the challenge I want to get to. So I would caution you on going a little bit slower when you recognize there's no pressure on the ball. So, just nice and leisurely drive on back. Teammate, not in a troublesome spot. We could still be like here, no problem. Just continuing to drive forward. Oh, look, there's the ball. We'd be right here with momentum going in that direction. Free ball for us. Possibly even a pass up to our teammate if he sees it coming. But instead, you're facing backwards here. And now you can't make a play, which now invites in the challenge from your other opponent. Whereas this should have just been a free ball if we had been a little bit more patient in how we moved around the field. One of the big rules is if you get somewhere too early, you will often know it because you will start doing these kinds of circles. And if you're doing these kinds of circles, it normally means that you probably could have taken a bit more time to get where you are. And it would have meant that you would have been facing the correct direction already to make a play. So just really consider when you're looking around the field, is there a reason you need to go somewhere quickly? If the answer to that question is no, then you shouldn't be using boost, you shouldn't be flipping. The only reason you should ever be using either of those two things is if you actively need to gain speed to get somewhere. If you're just using them because you feel like it, you're realistically wasting resources that you might need to make a play, and you're more often than not just putting yourself in a poor position through no doing of your opponents. You're just kind of making yourself awkward, which is not at all what we want to do. Okay. So how would you say you are on boost pathing? Just in general.
Say, decent, but not good enough.
So, when we're here, I want you to prioritize just getting 3 pads at least in your rotation. I think you're kind of stuck with, looking at what your teammate's doing because you have the right idea. You see these pads, and I know that's what you're going for. You just kind of miss them a little bit. So this is, again, all about awareness of how dangerous the situation is. So, you're going back a little bit fast. As soon as you see that touch, the danger is gone. There is no longer any danger on this ball. You are good to take ball cam back off and make sure that you get those 2 pads. Because you now have the time to swing out wide to grab these. You do not need to go directly back to that back post. You can go here, and you try to get that one, but you don't swing out wide enough. And it's because you didn't really set yourself up to be able to grab it smoothly. But yeah, boom, boom. Now you'd be here with 36 boost rather than 12. And you'd be in a much more comfortable spot. You can also hang out at this back post a little bit longer. I think you're getting baited by this boost pad because you didn't grab all the ones you wanted to on your way around. But now instead of playing in a smart defensive position, you're pushing out to here. Which now means you're in this awkward spot where, again, you got to turn backwards. And thank goodness no one's here to shoot this ball. Because if someone was, there's no way you're saving anything. That's all because you just didn't put yourself in a good spot. If you just stayed here, now you can go ahead and challenge this ball. Obviously, KRZ is about to clear the ball for you, so you know it works. But again, it's just all about putting yourself in that good spot, not rotating into positions you don't need to be in, and making sure you get all the resources you need to on your initial rotations, so that you're not putting yourself in positions where you can't play the ball when it actually pops out to you. Oh, rip. That's unfortunate. This is kind of the same thing, though. We move just a hair too far forward. This is the difference you'll notice. So you're gonna right here just keep on moving forward, even though it's pretty obvious that KRZ is gonna have some touch on the ball. You even start to use boost here before this touch even comes out. And it means you're gonna get there just a little bit sooner than you really need to. And if you were, again, just a little bit further back, you would be able to actually jump up to this and flip into it and put a shot on target with power, rather than being kind of stuck underneath the ball like this, where you can't really do much. So, in these spots, yes, it looks tempting to move forward quickly. What I always say to myself when I'm in these kinds of positions is we really don't know how exactly this is shaking out. We are last back here currently, so we don't want to do any kind of dive, because if we dive and our teammate doesn't recover, this could possibly just be a free counterattack the other way. We also immediately We don't know if this is in. It might be. It might be bouncing crossbar down and in. In the situation that it's not, there's an opponent right there who's ready to play this ball. And we also know that they are probably staring at the ball, not really looking anywhere else for where the other opponent is. So if their ball cam is there, I don't know about you, but when I have a ball bouncing on my goal line, that is the most likely situation where I panic and make the worst touch on the face of the planet. So if you just wait, like right around this boost pad, and see what happens. Because if they did that, now here's your shot. And you'd be able to build up momentum with your boost and actually jump up and put a dangerous shot on target, because Joel's is in about the worst possible position, rotating back in the net straight. Not really going to be able to cover much, but because you move forward like this is now a much, much harder shot. For really no reason. Just let them panic, let them hand the ball to you, put yourself in a good spot to play off of it, because from here, now you have options. You can go for the shot. If the clear was a bit more powerful, you'd be able to go play wherever it went, but instead you're up here, and now you don't really have an opportunity to do a whole lot. And Joel's is just like, thank goodness you shot it directly at me. That is honestly probably one of the best plays you've made all game. Like, this entire sequence right here was great, starting right here with when you slowed down. And this is the kind of patience we want to play with at all times, because this is just good awareness of what's going on in the play, the position we're in, not trying to do too much and just keeping things simple. Recognize this, you see the challenge coming in, you put yourself goal side so this thing can't possibly pinch into your net. You get a good solid 50, we love that. You recover smoothly, go grab the boost, that's fantastic. You see the possible air dribble coming through, so you respond to that by covering the backboard. Your teammate even covers low, so you have everything covered here. You go ahead and take the save to where it's safe and there's no opponent waiting. You land, you see the opponent jump, so you don't try to send yourself for it. You just let him hit it because you know it's not going anywhere dangerous. You turn quickly, you get control of the ball. Turn ball came off for the dribble. The only thing is we don't get a great flick, but either way, the decision-making there was absolutely fantastic. So more plays like that. Just keep things simple and you will be in a very good spot. Another goal. This aerial is fine. The one thing I would caution you on here is, again, moving forward too quickly. And again, it's just because we don't know exactly what Joel's is going to do. He's probably going to panic. Just let them do it. You don't need to fly on forward, especially, and this is when we consider time and score, like we're up by 1 with 22 seconds left. We do not need to put ourselves in a spot where they could, in any possibility, get the ball over the top of us. Because if we push forward and our teammate is also up here, and somehow this ball gets over us, now we're in a lot of trouble, because we're both rotating back at the same time. So I would, again, just slow things down. You can move forward a little bit, but I would kind of already be slowing down. You don't need to sprint forward. Just wait to see what he does. And then again, you see this touch. If you were back here, you could, again, jump with pace and not have to go, like, straight and vertical like this. You would be able to, you know, use a bit more forward momentum with your jump, rather than going for this, like, light touch because you were, like, under the ball. So again, just give yourself that distance, make things a little bit cleaner, give yourselves a little bit more options in the case that exactly what you're hoping happens doesn't happen. Because right now we're kind of playing for the best case scenario, and if for whatever reason the best case doesn't happen, we're not putting ourselves in the best position to respond to that. As you guys can see, if you want to push into the higher ranks of Rocket League, all you really need to do is play smarter with the information that's available to you on the field. Understanding where your opponents are and what they are capable of doing, and utilizing that information to tell yourself where you should be and what you should be doing on the field. Of course, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who made it to this point in the video, and I do hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below, so you make sure you don't miss any future Rocket League content. Additionally, if you'd like to be a bit more involved in the community we're building here, feel free to join my Discord, which I'll have linked down in the description. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.
Thank you.